Hi there, I'm Amanda with amandascorner.com and welcome to your intermediate to advanced Pilates mat oblique routine. So we're going to work all of the core in today's workout, but we're going to put a little bit extra time, energy, and focus on the obliques, through the sides, getting rid of love handles, and just helping to develop a nice long, lean physique. So let's get started. We're going to turn so that we're along the length of the mat. We're going to have the feet open, hip distance apart in parallel, and we'll keep the knees lining up right over the second toe on each foot. So we'll begin sitting as tall as you can. You can rock back and forth a little bit. Find your weight centered and even on your sit bones, and let's lift the arms out in front. As you inhale, I want you to round back until you feel the abdominals kick in. You'll take your exhale here, take another inhale, and then we'll exhale to curve up, drawing the belly deep into the spine, just keeping a nice C-curve shape to the body. So we inhale to round back. We're just beginning to warm up a little bit here. Take your exhale. You'll take your next inhalation. Exhale to curve and round up, stacking through the spine and sitting as tall as you can each time. On this one, we're going to add a twist. So we're going to inhale back with your exhalation. Open the right arm, twist to the right. You can use your gaze to look over that shoulder. Inhale back, front and center. Exhale to round forward and sit nice and tall. Let's switch sides. Inhaling back, you'll exhale, twist open to the left. You should feel that left side. Inhale back, front and center. Exhale, curve and round up. We do it again. Inhaling back, exhale to the right. Draw that belly in. Inhale, front and center. Exhale to curve and round and stack tall. As you twist here with your exhalation, you want to keep the legs cemented in space where they're at. They're not allowed to shift and move. We want this to come really right through the sides. We're going to do it one last time to each side, last time to the right. Use that breath. Exhale. Inhale, front and center. Exhale, curve and sit tall. One more time, please. Inhaling back. Exhale to the left. Inhale, front and center, and curve and round up. So we're gonna change this a little bit. So just go with me. We're gonna inhale back to a place where you can hold it. You're gonna bring both arms over into a little bit of a twist. So I'm about a 45-degree angle, and we're gonna start to pulse on the exhale, lifting up. So I'm gonna exhale up. Four more. Twist back to center and curve up. Oh, you should really feel that in your side. We're gonna go the other way. So we inhale back, bring both arms over to the outside of your leg, and on your next exhale, you're gonna pulse it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back to center and round all the way up. Okay, your belly should be nice and warm now. We're gonna go into another exercise called Around the World. We'll begin this with the hands just across the chest. The hands will rest lightly on tops of the shoulders to remind them to pull down long from the ears. As you inhale, you're gonna begin rounding back and twisting to the right. And then we're gonna curve like we're going around the world, and we'll finish by twisting over to the left and come up nice and tall. So now we go to the left. It's almost like you have a hand there, just kind of pulling and twisting you back from that left side, still trying to keep the legs really still and aligned beautifully, and come up. Again, inhale to the right. You'll finish with your exhale around the world and back up. One more, inhale to the left, all the way around. Okay, so if that's a lot of work, you can repeat it just like that. For more challenge, the hands come behind the head. Elbows are wide and the hands are just gently resting there. So we inhale back and then we go around the world. So as we move the hands up behind the head, we begin to create a longer lever arm and a lot more work for the core, which hopefully you can feel if you're trying it. Go ahead and give it a try. If it's too hard, then you can come back and bring the hands across the chest. You can always choose to keep the range of motion really small. Oh, and come all the way up. Hands come behind the thighs. We'll round back, and this time we'll just keep going all the way down into the mat. Okay, let's take a stretch. We're gonna take the legs out long and the arms overhead, and just let the back lift away from the mat. It's like you're doing a good morning stretch. You can pull the toes back towards you. You can shift a little bit, making a long C curve from side to side. And just take a breath and relax. Okay, we're gonna move into the 100 and we're gonna change it a little bit from its traditional form. We'll take 1 breath front and center. We're gonna take 4 with the hands stacked to the right side, 4 to the left side, and then 1 back and center. So for a more beginning variation, you'll come to a tabletop. For a little bit more work, you're gonna come to long legs. If they're straight, you'll make a small V shape in the feet, your Pilates style stance, and you can lower them to a challenging angle where you can maintain neutral. So we raise chin to chest and breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. To the right. 2 more. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Get ready to switch. And to the left. Last 2. One more to center. Oh, come down and hug the knees into the chest. You should be nice and warm everywhere. Your belly should be very awake now. So we're gonna stretch the legs out long. We're gonna come into the roll up. We're gonna start with a couple of traditional roll ups to kind of warm up into it, and then we're gonna change it so we focus more in on the sides. We'll stretch the arms overhead to a point where you can keep your scapula, your shoulder blades connected down onto the mat, and we're not gonna pop and flail the ribs. So we're nice and contained here. Legs are squeezed together in Pilates style stance. The arms float to the sky. We inhale, chin to chest. You're gonna keep the shoulders down and round long over the legs, pull the tummy in, and then with a full breath, we work our way back down, bone by bone. Nice and easy. Let's do it again. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, curl and round up and over. I really want you to lift the tummy up off of the thighs. We're not trying to collapse and just land into the legs. We're reaching out long over them like you're going across the room. Inhale, chin to chest. Keep that lift and support to the belly. And then we're gonna come all the way down. So we're gonna change this a little bit. If you've slid like I have, you can reposition on the mat. We're gonna take the left leg and cross it over your right leg. And we're gonna take both legs and they're just gonna be scooted just a smidge to the right, like an inch. And now as we roll up, we're gonna roll to the right side of both feet. So we continue to take the arms overhead, inhale, chin to chest, but as we come up, we kind of dive over to the side here, keep lifting the belly, and then melt down. So you'll get a little bit deeper hamstring stretch on one side, but we also start to work into that side body. And again, we are focusing in on our obliques. That's what we're working today. And melt it down. Let's try just one more. Inhale, chin to chest, and pull right here. Twist and pull and hollow out. Lift up and over and stretch. Take your time. Articulate on the way down. I'm going to come back through this twist all the way down. And now we switch. So we'll take the left heel just like an inch out away from midline and let the right leg come over the left leg, and we'll head the other direction. We inhale, chin to chest, and then we lift and we come out and over the side. Different stretch, and you should still feel that side work. You're also going to be working your deep transverse abdominis as you pull the belly button into the spine. You're going to be working the rectus abdominis as you go through this movement. But by adding a little bit of a diagonal line here, this little twist that we're putting in, we get deeper into our obliques than the traditional variation. We're going to work our way all the way down and just relax. Again, recenter yourself if you need to. People tend to slide or lose their pants or both on that exercise. So get comfortable, get in the center of your mat. We're gonna come into the crisscross. So we're gonna bring the legs into a tabletop position. And when I come into this position, I'm maintaining my neutral here. So I've got some space underneath the low back and the tummy tight. I'm gonna just very lightly stack the palms of the hands and bring them behind my head. And I'm gonna keep my elbows open wide. They're never gonna flap up. I'm gonna lift and gaze towards the belly and take an inhale here. With my exhale, my right knee moves into the chest, the left leg stretches across the room, and I bring my shoulder to the opposite hip. I inhale back front and center and exhale, twist. So I want this really slow. I don't want your heartbeat racing. This is not a cardiovascular exercise. I want you to maintain your neutral, and I want you to really twist and get deep into the sides of the body. Inhale, front and center. Exhale, use that breath. Inhale and exhale. Couple more. You can always rest the head down if the neck is feeling tight or tired or strained. This should all be very comfortable on your body. Relax it down. Just draw the knees gently in to the chest and take a breath here. Okay, from here we're gonna lower the feet down, and I'm gonna have you shift the feet to the left a couple of inches and let the knees drop to the right. So if you have a big space here between the knees, this might be more comfortable putting a blanket or a bolster or a pillow in between them so they're just kind of supported. Otherwise, if they come all the way down, allow them to do so. We're gonna again stack the palms of the hands and bring the hands behind the head, elbows open wide, and we're gonna come into a Pilates crunch here. As you exhale, you're going to lift straight forward. You should get this up into your side, and inhale, release out. So we exhale up, and inhale down. If you'd like to make this a little bit tougher, you're gonna go ahead and hover the head when you come down. Don't release it back to the mat. It is okay to release it to the mat if that's where you're at. If you want more work, go ahead and hover it. Just a couple more. Exhale. Inhale down. Take care not to crank on the neck. Okay, from here, I want you to really use this left side of the belly to pull the legs up. I don't want the feet to push into the ground. I want the belly to rock you up and over. Now the feet will shift a little bit to the right of midline, and we'll let the legs, the knees drop down to the left. You can switch the palms of the hands so you have the opposite hand on top. Elbows stay wide, shoulders down, and we exhale up. Inhale out of it. Exhale and release. We have 5 more. Keep drawing the belly into the spine. Last time, exhale up. And relax all the way down, relax the neck and the face. We're gonna come back, recenter the body, shift your hips so that you're just right in the middle of your mat. Okay, from here we're gonna go into teaser preparation. We're gonna bring the legs all the way together. So I want your knees glued together. If your feet or ankles, whatever you can smash together, thighs, just bring everything nice and tight to midline. You're gonna have your neutral here, tummy tight. We're gonna take this right leg and extend it on the diagonal and just squeeze those knees together like you're pinching a dollar bill between them. Similar to the roll up, we're gonna bring the arms overhead, keeping the ribs contained. We're gonna inhale chin to chest, and we're gonna round it up. So you may just come here with a round spine if you're able to. You'll lift up and out and lengthen the spine so the chest is nice and broad, and then we're gonna curve back down. Let the arms float overhead. So we're gonna repeat this, and we're gonna add a twist. We inhale chin to chest, exhale up. We're gonna let the right arm open, and you're gonna twist. You can use the eyes and the gaze to get you around a little bit further and melt all the way down. We have one more. We'll twist in the opposite direction. Inhale, chin to chest. Again, lifting up and out if you're able to, and then opening, come back center, and melt it all the way down. That quadricep should really be working there. So let's take the other leg up and out. We start to the center. Inhale, chin to chest, and exhale, lift, up and out, and melt it down. On the next one, we will add a twist to the left. We start towards the straight leg, open up with your inhale, exhale back, and melt it down. Release the arms. Last time, twisting to the right this time. Open, back to center, melt it down, and relax. Okay, good. So from here, that was teaser preparation. We're gonna go into the full teaser. Again, we're going to take one just as we did with teaser prop. We're going to take one to the center, and then we're going to twist it a little bit so we can get right into those obliques. So let's bring legs up to tabletop. You can stretch them up, place the V in the feet, lower them to an angle that's a comfortable challenge for you. Arms come overhead. You're going to inhale chin to chest and round it up. So again, if you're able to lift up and out of this, go ahead and do so. Draw that tummy in and then melt back down with control. Okay, next one we add our twist. Full breath up. We're going to take both arms over to the right, come back to center, and melt it down. And now to the left. One more each way. Last one. These should be work. And bring the knees into the chest. Very good job if you made it through those. Those are not easy. Now we're going to transition over onto our side. We'll come into a side lying posture, propped up onto the forearm. So we want to push up and out of the shoulder. I don't want to see you sagging down and in. We're going to bring the other hand behind the head. Legs are going to be out long, parallel, and stacked. As we exhale, we're going to draw the knees in towards the chest and just crunch that elbow over, and you should get a nice workout right there through that top side. We're going to let the legs stretch out and just hover them if you can. So we exhale to crunch, inhale out. Please keep drawing the belly button in towards the spine as well. Good, keep going. One more time. Stretch it out. We're going to let the legs fold. We're going to prop up onto the hand and just come into a mermaid stretch. We're going to reach up nice and long, really reach out across the room. You can gaze up underneath that top arm if that feels good. And breathe. Catch your breath. Okay, we're going to come now into a side lying plank. So with your fingers spread nice and wide, we're going to line up so that the shoulder comes over the wrist. So you have a couple of options. Your bottom leg's going to be parallel. You can kickstand this back foot if you need to. Otherwise, you're going to stack it right up on top. We're going to reach the top arm up, really press the hips up to the sky. And as you exhale, you're going to curve and round down. And as you inhale, we're going to reach up, just a little twist and a look up to the ceiling if you can. That's going to definitely play with your balance a little bit there. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Come back into your side plank looking forward. Release down, and we're going to mermaid one more time, up and over. Let's release. It should feel good. You can bend that bottom elbow if you need to get deeper into it. We'll come to the other side. So we'll start with our crunches. We're going to prop up onto the forearm. Legs come out long, parallel, and stacked. Hand behind the head. And with an exhale, we crunch. And inhale, come out and hover the legs. That's it. Tummy stays drawn in tightly, so we're always pulling the navel into the spine. That's how we activate that deep layer, the transverse abdominis, which gives us, it helps eliminate back pain, prevent back pain, but it gives us a nice flat belly as well. So 2 more. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, last one, make it a good one. Squeeze, press it out, and now we mermaid. So we just prop up onto the hand, and this should just feel good. There should be no pain or discomfort. Stretch and breathe. You can twist open to the sky if that feels nice, or bend that bottom elbow if you need to get deeper into the pose. We're going to lift up out of it. Now we're going to come into our side lying plank again. So it's really important to spread the fingers and press evenly through the palm of the hand and get that shoulder lined up over your wrist. So you have options. You can go ahead and kickstand, or you can stack all the way up. Hand will come up, press the hips up, and then as you exhale, we're going to curve. We're going to inhale, open to the sky and twist up. Exhale, curve it down. And inhale, open. And then we're going to come back, press those hips up one more time, rest it down, and stretch. We are almost through. You're doing a really good job if you're still with me. We're going to come up. So we're going to go into just a cat-cow stretch. Just, again, we're just going to release the back here, and we're going to do a little bit of a stretch for the sides as well. So we spread out through the fingers. We place the shoulders up over the wrist. The knees will line up underneath your hips. As you breathe in, you're going to look up in front. Let the sit bones rise. It should feel nice. You can also tuck the toes if that's more comfortable for you. And we'll exhale, press through the palms of the hands, round out the spine and hang the head. Pull up into the belly. And again, moving on your breath. We inhale to look up. We exhale to curve and round. We're going to get into a long tabletop position, and we're going to do what I call wagging the tail. Like you're a little puppy dog, you're going to take your hips to one side and you're going to let your shoulders and your head follow to that same side. So you're kind of making a sideways C curve. This just opens up and stretches out the sides. We inhale back through center, we exhale so everything travels to the same side. We kind of bow out. We inhale front and center and exhale, stretch. Back, front, and center. One more time, stretch it out. We're going to center off the body, let the toes come together, let the knees open up to the width of the mat, and you're going to sit back into a really wide-legged child's pose. You can stretch the arms out, let the forehead rest down, really reach those hands away from you, let the sit bones just come down heavy onto the heels, and just a couple of cleansing breaths here. Take a moment to appreciate all that your body was just able to do, how strong it is, how well it moves, and how each time you take time out of your day to work and strengthen it, you do get stronger and you get better, you get healthier and fitter. Take another cleansing breath here, in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth, and we are all finished. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a good workout. I had a good workout, and I'll see you again real soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.